What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the open gym. I'm about to run around, get some water, and plug the stuff for the Wi-Fi. But what's up, everybody? Hey, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, coming off a double overtime game. Don't expect Atlanta to have a lot of energy tonight, but we'll see what happens. We got a tough schedule ahead. Got the Pistons, Clippers, Denver, then the Pistons again. What's happening, my lady Hernandez? Appreciate you tapping in on YouTube. But yeah, what's happening, y'all? We are live in the open gym, ready for this Hawks Pistons matchup. Like I said, man, coming off that double OT win, boy, what a game! 42 or 41 from Jalen, 34 from Nikhil. So excellent game. I expect Ricochet to get a lot of burn here this game because he was the least of the starting five to play. Everybody in the starting five other than Ricochet had 40 plus minutes. So high workload, heavy workload for the Hawks last night, but that's just the NBA. Excuse me, I'm gonna get these Twitch tags right, but welcome in everybody. As Atlanta is it's gonna be a tough month for Atlanta for sure. But thankfully we should get Trey Young back in maybe mid-December. So Trey should be back mid-December. Excuse me, I'm gonna get these Twitch tags right. But yeah, I'm excited for tonight. Like I said, I don't expect Atlanta to have too much energy. They did just play a double overtime game. So 6 quarters. So don't expect them to come out with too much energy, but hey, you never know. So as we get these tags corrected, I bet we good. How's everybody doing? I feel you. I feel you. Appreciate you tapping into the stream, Will. Facts. It would be nice, El Cuban. El Cuban. It would be nice. It would be nice to get the league back against Detroit. So I'm not expecting too much. I think Jalen Duren is out for Detroit. So not expecting too much. But it would be nice to kinda get a win against a great Detroit team. Alright, my lady, appreciate you tapping in consistently. I think the Hawks I'm always gonna go Hawks, so I'm always gonna root for the Hawks. But Detroit is one of the best teams in the East, if not the best right now. So expect Detroit to come out and play their brand of basketball. I think the Pistons are winners of what, 7 or 8 in a row? They got Jaden Ivey back, so that'll be an addition for them, although I think Jalen Duren is out, I'm not sure. But no Kristaps for Atlanta, he is still out with an illness. He's trying to recover, so it's gonna be the kinda typical starters, just Nikhil, Dyson, Zach, Jalen, and Onyeka holding it down at the center. Excuse me. I guess Jalen Duren is playing, so he must have just got back. So no Duncan Robinson for Detroit. Alright, let's see how Atlanta does. as Nikhil gets the floater up and to go for the first basket, so Atlanta starts the game off perfect. Shay's matched up with Thompson. Let's see there. Should be an interesting matchup. We'll see how um, Shay picks up an early foul. So, yes, there's gonna be a couple matchups, individual matchups to watch on Yeka versus Duran as they, um, highlight on the, keys to the game graphic. Um, of course, Dyson versus Cade, definitely be keeping an eye on that. Nah has been an outstanding free agent pickup as Duran missed the first of 2, but Nikhil has been outstanding for Atlanta. Um, I expected him to help. I didn't think he was gonna be a game changer like this. So shout out to Nikhil. He's been easily the best, one of the best additions Atlanta's ever had. I think he might be. Hey, appreciate God for moderating the stream over here on playback. As Onyeka gets that little push shot to go. So Atlanta coming out strong. There we go. Atlanta's defense causing some issues as they get out on the break, and Nikhil finds Dyson. Dyson thought he had Ricochet. Dyson finishes around Cade. Hey, man, it's like we didn't even play yesterday. So Hawks feeling good here early on. Jalen guards Tobias. Good defense. Way to stay down. So Jenkins gets in, gets it to go. Gets that first field goal for the Pistons there. Jalen. Oh, as Cunningham finds Jalen's pass. Facts. Dyson is it's not necessarily just a shot either. It's really good to see him attacking the lanes and Jalen puts up the 3, but it's good to see Dyson attacking the lanes, making the decision whether to kick it or finish the layup. And like you said, he has been finding that shot around the rim as Jalen Duren gets the little running layup to go. Dyson's attacking Cade. Oh, another one? Okay. Hey, he's gonna get that fairly easily. So yeah, right there, Atlanta's transition defense a little lackadaisical right there. Tobias Harris can't get it to go. Jalen Duren tries it, can't necessarily save it though. So Atlanta, like I said, expect Atlanta to have some slow moments in this game. I'm sure they're exhausted. A lot of players played over 40 minutes last night, so starting five is probably a little tired here in this game, but they've come out pretty strong. So 6-5. Bryson thinks about that three. Finds on Yeka. Yeka has it poked away. He's got 7 to attack. Down to 4. This K just blocks Nikhil's attempt. So the graphic states Atlanta is 3-1 on their second night of a back-to-back. So hopefully they can fight this game. That's as much as we can ask for, I think, for Atlanta tonight. Jalen Duren can't get that to go. Atlanta on a break. Ricochet's in the corner. Oh wow, no foul is insane. So Ricochet try to go up. So kind of a little disorganized basketball for both sides. Pistons turn it over. It's Atlanta's ball. Tobias tried to find so Cade driving. Picks up the foul on either Jalen or Dyson. So 6 to 5 here. 8:14 left in the first quarter. Almost 4 minutes have gone by. So Cade is averaging 28.8. I'm sure he's up there, the leading scorers in the league. 46% from the field, 81 from the free throw line. So shout out to the Hawks, man. That was a really gritty win last night in Philly. Even I don't really care about the result of this game. Just hopefully it's a competitive. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, Thompson, just good stuff. Ricochet, go fine. Nikhil can't get it to go. Dyson just showcasing his excellent offensive rebounding skills. On Onyeka for three. Onyeka nails a three ball. Facts, man. K gonna put up 45 on 60 shot attempts. But he does. Dyson did a good job of keeping him in check. He had about 26 points. Oh, that's a foul. Very good defense by Ricochet. But yeah, last matchup, Cade really couldn't get to his scoring bag. Assist wise, though, I think he had about 11 or 12 assists. So it still affected the game. But let's see if Dyson can take Cade out this matchup. Because it's not normal that Dyson gets the best of him 2 games in a row. So let's go. Nikhil knocks down the three ball. So Atlanta's offense rocking and rolling here in Detroit. As Onyeka skips the passes and finds Nikhil in the corner for the three. Let's go. So good stuff here early on. 5-point lead for Atlanta. Let's go ahead and pull up the stats here. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't really care too much about the result, but Atlanta is definitely surprising people nationally. I wouldn't say it's too much of a surprise, but without Trey Young, I will say they are showing out. Like I said, Jalen had the 41 ball last night. Nikhil is stepping up in huge ways. He had 34. I think over the last couple games, he's averaging like 21, 23 points. That's a career. He's averaging career numbers. So um, they got the positions a little out of whack here on the stat sheet for NBA.com, but kind of quiet night from Jalen. He hasn't tried anything except that three above, kind of above the break. So I'm expecting the rotation to be kind of heavy. No Porzingis, like I said, obviously no Trey Young. Yeah, facts. He has been like insanely impactful for Atlanta. Yeah, he has been a game changer. So I expect when this kind of sucks. You have to play more games off the bench than you do start. So I mean, if Trey comes back for a majority of the season, no way. It will. I want. She looks like a teacher. I can't lie. Definitely, she looks like a teacher for sure. She definitely got the teacher look. But yeah, man, welcome in everybody. Welcome to the open gym. We are following this Atlanta Hawks versus Detroit Pistons matchup. So Atlanta's coming in with a 16-4 record, most points in the paint per game in the NBA. So shout out to Atlanta. Oh, never mind. Excuse me, that's Detroit. Detroit has a oh, I'm tripping. Detroit has a s I'm tripping. Detroit comes in with a 16-4 record, most points in the paint in the NBA per game. Shout out to Detroit. Pretty dominant style of basketball as JB Bickerstaff has his guys rolling, but not right here as they turn it over after this timeout. Thompson can't hold on to it right there. Excuse me. Dyson's bringing it up, finds Jalen. They got a little handoff going on. A two-man game. Got a foul on Thompson here. So 12-7, 6:39 left in the first quarter. Like I said, I think Detroit's coming in with a 7, 8-game win streak. Atlanta's just starting theirs. So hopefully they add to it. They don't have to restart. But it's a tough schedule coming up. You got some big matchups there. Gonna have to play Detroit again here in like 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks. They got the filler for the NBA Cup game. Ricochet lines it up. Can't get it to go. That's a good look though, as he repositions there for that three. And on Yeka and Moge swap out. So Moge is entered for Atlanta at the 6-some mark as Cade shoots his first three. Mo struggles with Jalen Duren. Oh man, it's too strong right there. So Mo, that is something Mo has to kind of work on, being able to out rebound bigger guys, whether it's box them out or just out jump them. 'Cause I don't think he's gonna out muscle a lot of guys at that center position. But if you just get positioned, just make sure you stand your ground. I think that'll go a long way, honestly. So Jalen Duren makes it a 2-point game at 3-point play. A little over 6 minutes to go here. 12-10. Atlanta's trying to get something to go. Pretty interesting gather. So Atlanta has point 0.8 to shoot. As Detroit's defense is a little stifling right now. As Isaiah Stewart has checked in for the Pistons. Bummer. So Atlanta kinda struggled on that possession to get anything off. Um, right now, they definitely miss Trey. I will say that. It's definitely games like this when Atlanta is kinda pressured and they're forced to find a creator. It's kinda tough because ooh, Jalen Duren with a good move. He just smokes the layup. And Jalen Johnson's on the drive, finds Ricochet, tees him up, just short. Let's go. Jalen fouled on that putback. Ricochet looking for a shot still. Just needs to get some legs up under him. On the other end, though, Jalen Duren had a nice spin move, just couldn't finish it either. Yeah, I bet by the end of this year, if Jalen Johnson makes the All-Star team, all NBA teams, I guarantee you Jalen gonna get a shoe by Nike. I guarantee it. So Luke Kennard is active this game. He was uh listed questionable midway through last game for an illness. So he checks in for Ricochet. I wouldn't be mad if Asa Newell got a lot of minutes this game just for I don't think the Hawks should try to throw it away by any means. I don't think they should try to throw it away. But I think they should lean on the young guys this game since two players played 40 plus minutes. And I think Jalen played 45. Some other guys played 45. I think Onyeka played 47 minutes. Good swipe by Dyson. Timeout. So they wasted a timeout. I mean, that might come back to bite the Pistons. Let's see. I don't think he was out unless that line is out of bounds. So yes, yes, welcome in everybody. Welcome in. Appreciate everybody tapping into the open gym, whether you're on Twitch, playback, or YouTube. But we are live watching this Hawks versus Detroit Pistons game. So Atlanta, like I said, coming off that double OT win last night in Philly, looking to make it. What is this? Looking this be like three in a row. So here early on, I can tell some players are a little exhausted. I can't lie, but they're still holding on. The Hawks up 4 against the East leading Pistons. So as we check out the game charts, early on, rebounding battle is fairly even. It's 8-9 Detroit's way. Like I said, Atlanta is leading 14-10 by Onyeka's early 5 points. Jalen already got 4 rebounds, so expect Jalen to be on that triple double watch if he can get some points up. But Detroit having an Atlanta game, they are shooting 0% from three already. 0% from three and 27% from the field. So they're 0 for 5 from three, as Atlanta is shooting 33%. So around their average, but you would like to see them shoot a little stronger, early on, and then have that percentage go down if it goes down. So, but Atlanta not shooting too hot either, 38% from the field. Um, The turnover battle is their way early on, though. It's 3 to 5. Um, Detroit has one of the better defenses in the NBA, so you definitely have to make that a point of emphasis while playing Detroit is take care of the ball. So Atlanta doing a good job at that, and they're doing a good job at forcing turnovers. Detroit already has 5 turnovers here in the first quarter, so good stuff from Atlanta, making sure their defense is on point. Offense, I wouldn't say shaky, but definitely has been a little lethargic here but you can understand that. So players that average 20 points per game and 10 rebounds in November, Jalen both Jalen's, Jalen Johnson and Jalen Duran. Jalen Johnson averaged 23 and something. I couldn't catch that graphic, but the stuff from Jalen Johnson. He was nominated for the East Player of the Week, but Jalen Brunson. Damn, bro. Every team has a Jalen. So Jalen tags blocked by Isaiah Stewart. So our old pal, Karis LeVert, drills the three for Detroit's first 3-point field goal of this game. Dyson attacks, finds Nikhil for the get back. Nikhil answers right back. Nikhil picks up the phone and says, hello. So 17-15 as Atlanta regains the lead. They lead by 2. Dyson's checked up against Cade Cunningham. He kicks to Jalen Duren. Sidesteps right by Jalen. There's so many Jalen's, I can't move. It's only one that matters though. So when I say Jalen, I mean Johnson. So Dyson with a nice layup, but should have been a goaltend. So Isaiah Stewart puts Detroit up by 2, and it looks like a timeout by Atlanta. So timeout galore. So, like Bob Rathbun just said, a 9-3 Piston run puts Detroit up by 2 as they lead with little over 3 minutes to go. 3.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. So Karis LeVert checks in and instantly gives Detroit a little boost there. He knocks down their first three and then kind of snowballs from there as Isaiah Stewart gets a little nice fast break layup. And then I don't know who else scored, but still. I don't know who else is going to play because Quinn has kind of kept the rotation kind of small. Asa and Caleb Houston are kind of on the outs. So it's V, Key, and Luke. So Luke and Mo are the first ones off the bench. On Cunningham, that might be a tough one as he is matched up against Dyson Daniels, and they're looking to probably keep that. They're probably gonna sub him in and out with Dyson. And when Dyson's off the floor and Cade is on the floor, they're probably having to keel on him. So it'll be tough for Cade, but he did get over 20 last game, so I'm sure he will be able to do it. Good stuff on He gathers himself and gets that shot up as he gets a little push shot to go. Onyeka is perfect from the field. A perfect 3 for 3 and 7 points. So V. Krejci has checked in. Luke Kennard, V. Krejci. Dyson tries to get a steal from Isaiah Stewart from behind him, but can't quite come up with it. Atlanta try to crash the boards. They just can't come away with it. Holland finds Ivy. Can't hit that three. As V, for some reason, gave it up to Onyeka on that. Onyeka left alone. Can't quite make him pay for it, but I'm glad to see Onyeka hit a 3 ball. He went, scoreless from the three-point line as Atlanta causes a turnover there. Luke is out, does not have the numbers, finds Krejci. Krejci pulls it out, finds Luke, finds Mo. Mo finds Krejci. Mo gets it up, can't get it to go. Mr. Tobias Harris gives it up for the Pistons. In front of it, Luke, Krejci, Yeka, Mo, Dyson. Rotation there. Rotation is in there. Try to run, stop that 3-point line, but Harris knocks it down. He didn't play last game against Atlanta when Atlanta and Detroit play. As Krejci gets the 3 ball up, can't get it to go. Krejci hasn't been, shooting his normal. I mean, I say normal, but that was definitely abnormal. A little stretch there. He was shooting about 70% in like 4 games. He went on an insane heater, so it kind of looks like Krejci's kind of back to reality, which is kind of unfortunate because if we kind of had that shooting, man, consistently, there we go. Luke Kennard knocks down that 3 ball. Nice little step back off the pass from Dyson. Oh, oh yeah, maybe. I thought that was Dyson. I think play by got him confused. 22 points apiece for each team as Karis LeVert handles the rock there. So Isaiah Stewart, watch, they gonna start fighting. Watch. So our old buddy Karis LeVert is at the free throw line as he is the sole contributor at the 3-point line for Detroit. So as Atlanta wrapped up the month of November, they finished out the month with a 10-5 record, 120 points per game, 32 assists. which, they are leading in the NBA with assists per game, and 49% field goal percentage. So Atlanta had a great month in November, I think one of the best months in franchise history. So here we go, Atlanta is trailing by 1. Here's LeVert knocked down that second of 2 passes a little off there. Oh, yeah. Isaiah Spiller, 4 or 5 from the field, 9 points for Oski. Honestly, that cares for that too. Oh, no, my stream froze. Stream froze pretty heavily. As K Cunningham checks back in the game for Detroit. Detroit has 20 seconds on the game clock, 5 on the shot clock. Keaton gets in there, tries to frustrate, or disrupt Isaiah Stewart. Has no luck as he gets that bucket. So 10 seconds on the game clock. Atlanta down by 1, 24-25. Onyeka tees it up for 3. Talk to him, Onyeka. Onyeka knocks down the 3 ball. 12 points for Big Oski. Let's go. So, like Bob Rathbun, the legend, just mentioned on the broadcast, Atlanta on the second night of a back-to-back, they are playing the East number 1 team like they are fresh off a 3-day break. So shout out to Atlanta as they are handling business here early on in the first quarter. They find themselves up by 2, 27-25. So Onyeka Okongwu, he had 47 minutes last night, and he is 5 of 6 from the field, 12 points. Like he got fresh legs or something. So shout out to Onyeka. Rest of the starting 5, Nikhil 3 of 5. He has 8 points, 2 of 3 from 3. So Onyeka and Nikhil are the only starters to hit 3 balls. Everybody except Dyson has attempted them, but it's been a good first quarter for Atlanta so far. Defensively, I think the team is kind of locked in. They're kind of making Detroit miss, turning them over, all that good stuff. Offensively, a little sluggish, but I'll take that off this little turnaround. Very quick turnaround from the Philly game to tonight. Um, can't be mad at it. Cannot be mad at it one bit. So Detroit, I think, to the help of Karis LeVert, has come back from the free throw line. Now they're shooting only 25%, so not bad. But like I said, Atlanta's shooting 45% from the from the 3-point line, thanks to Onyeka Okongwu. As he has 12 points, and I think he is 2 or 3 from the 3 ball. So yeah, 2 or 3. So great stuff from Onyeka. As like I said, he went empty last game from 3, but this game is different. He already hit 2. So let's see if Atlanta can string together a good first and second quarter. They can do that, they can kind of afford to have a slow third quarter. So in for Atlanta is Keaton, V, Mo, and Luke Kennard. So myself, along with many other Hawk fans, as that 3 rattles in and out for Ron Holland, are not in favor of this lineup as Keaton gets up to 3, it's off there. They're not really liking this lineup of Keaton, Luke, and V. Krejci. All because, in my opinion, it's 3 guards, bro. You're sacrificing a lot on defense, and the offense does not pay off. It does not equal. When the shooting is there, it definitely makes sense, but not every game the shooting is gonna be there. Now, if each game, one of them, caught fire from 3, it would make sense, but Gay goes up, gets rejected by Isaiah Stewart. But yeah, good stuff, Luke, as Luke is active on defense there as he finds V. V finds Keaton. Keaton drives, finds Luke. Luke attacks, finds Mo. Good rotation. Onyeka, it's a little short. But yeah, like I was saying, if one of them was on fire each game from anywhere on the offensive side, it'd be beneficial. But that's just not the case. As Mo reads that pass, gets in front of Isaiah Stewart there. Come on, V. Uh, a lot of long rebounds here. As Onyeka picks up the foul on the Ron Holland putback attempt last week. So 27 apiece. Both offenses are trying to find an answer. But like I said, myself along with a lot of Hawks fans just aren't liking the results of these 3 guard lineups that Quinn throws out there. Um, I know the results are speak for themselves. When these 3 are out there, it's a net rating of -23. So there you go. As Onyeka finds Luke Kennard on that back cut. Like I said, if they, find themselves on offense, put up 15, 18 points, then, it can work. But K gets right by Moge on that little baseline drive and gets the dunk to go. Oh, yeah, Onyeka answers right back as Keaton finds Onyeka for the jam. The rim wrecker Onyeka gets it to go. It's Keaton checking Jenkins there. Charge. No call? I'll take a no call. As Onyeka is leading the Hawks with 14 points. He's probably gonna be the centerpiece of Atlanta's offense right now. V, man down, mouthpiece. As V knocks down that 3 right over Cade Cunningham. Good stuff by Atlanta to cut off that roll, but Onyeka just couldn't get back in time. Jalen Duren gets that easy bucket. So Jalen and Onyeka having a little battle. V, it looked good, but it was just a little short. Oh yeah, get it right back. Get it right back. Get it right back. Get it right back. Good stuff. As V gets it back, here we go. Ooh, Luke Kennard thought about it. Hawks have 10 seconds on the shot clock. Keaton Wallace looks to attack. Luke Kennard can't get it to go. So Ron Holland rattles that in. Good job by Mo, kind of recognizing he had the open paint. Kinda forced Jalen Duren to do something. Mm. So Detroit electing to not challenge, which is interesting. As Mo misses the free throws, probably a smarter thing to do. Mo should've just tried to throw that down too. So Jalen Johnson in the last 2 games, 70 points, 26 rebounds, 19 assists, shooting 49% from the field, 7 of 15 from the three-point line, 25 of 34 from the free throw line. Wow. As Mo knocks down that free throw, Ron Holland steals it. Alright, 35-39. Let's see. I gotta slow down the Pistons right here. So Jalen's check back in. Can't quite find Luke Kennard in the corner there. So timeout for somebody. So 4-point game. It is 6:56 left in the second quarter. So Atlanta kind of letting this back to back kind of wear on them as they kind of are a little lethargic right now. Um, so I expect the bench guys to kind of lead the way this game. They got to be with the minutes they get. They have to be impactful. So I don't know. I wish Quinn would throw in maybe like Asa, Caleb Houston. We probably could use Caleb Houston shooting right now. If V or Luke aren't playing well shooting wise, then I think Caleb should definitely get that look. Cause like I said, last game V was kinda Luke was kinda he was listed questionable with the illness, so I don't know if he's obviously feeling better. He was obviously good to go yesterday, but midway through the game, he felt, I mean, some some illness. There was some level of illness still going on yesterday, so be interested to see. We Pistons could probably use him from 3 tonight. So Atlanta trailing by 4, 35-39. Why do they keep showing Buddy? So, Onyeka making an impact early on. He has 14 points, 6 of 8, 2 of 4 from 3, 2 assists, and just a solo rebound, but those threes make up for the, not huge rebounding numbers. So, Onyeka off to a good start so far as he's been impressive, man. He has been ultra impressive, especially in the games where Kristaps is just unavailable. Akil gets it off, can't get it to go as Hawks out of that timeout. cannot score, so they're down by 4. 6.5 minutes to go. Rebounds batted right to Jalen. Yep, foul. So Jalen got the rebound, trying to push it up the floor. Ron Holland fouls him. Should be a transition take though. So Detroit making a couple subs as Jalen gets the ball into Dyson. Good stuff, good stuff, Dyson. About to Jalen, but Dyson Daniels gets the lay right over Jalen Duren. So Dyson records his 4th point of the game. It's Ron Holland and Nikhil wound up on the floor. Good stuff. Good stuff. That was good help by Ricochet on that Tobias layup. Tobias Harris and Ron Holland yelling at the same ref. That's hilarious. Oh, good stuff. Good drive by Dyson. Oh, man, in and out. Just can't get it to fall. 37-39. 5.5 minutes to go. Thompson attacks Ricochet, but Ricochet, great stuff there, moving his feet, getting in the way. Mogay gets in front of Jalen Duren, but Jalen Duren hits that nice little turnaround. Blocking foul. Let's go. Whew. Boy getting bullied as Ron Holland picks up another one. So 2 free throws for Jalen. Ron Holland going right to the ref to complain. So 37-41. So it's gonna be a battle of the centers, obviously, as Jalen Duren and Onyeka have been battling it out here. As Onyeka checks back in the game, probably for Mogay. So it's a 3-point game as Jalen looks to finish off his trip at the line. He hits the first one. So it's been a little theme. Atlanta kind of leaves a little freebies at the line, but tonight, no problem. They are 5 of 6 at the free throw line. So you want to see that be a theme for the rest of the game. Definitely want to see that trend upwards. So Kerry getting harassed by Dyson there. Gets it over to good stuff on Yucca as he blocks his old teammate, Cares. Good stuff. Good stuff, Dyson. Onyeka right over Kara's brother. Onyeka is eating 16 points, 7 of 9 from the field. As Onyeka just killing right now. Good stuff. Oh, yeah, stepped out of bounds. Definitely is a Caris LeVert thing. So, Detroit, 12 turnovers here early on in the game. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second quarter. It's already sitting at 12 turnovers. That is definitely something Atlanta wants to kind of pat themselves on the back on and stay locked in and be consistent on. Uh, Nikhil finds Ricochet, but Nikhil probably could have went up for that layup, honestly. He had the paint kind of wide open there. So Nikhil strips it away from Ricochet, but it's out on Detroit. Dyson finds Nikhil. Nikhil with a no dip. Can't get it to go, though. Good stuff by Dyson just getting in the way. Oh, yeah. Atlanta basketball. Good stuff. SK got up in the air, didn't quite know what he wanted to do with it. Found Thompson at the last minute, but Thompson couldn't quite handle the pass. Oh, yeah. Nikhil the big O for the alley lay. Good stuff. 43-41, all wide open as Thompson gets the wide open backdoor, cut. Oh, yeah. Ooh, let's go. Jalen slips, Nikhil finds him, and Jalen finds Dyson on that backdoor cut. So Dyson answers back with a backdoor slam of his own. LeVert back to it, knocks down a three for Detroit. Big O. Ooh, we gonna forget about that one. Keep shooting, O. Keep shooting, Big O. So timeout here. 1 point game. Good stuff. So 1 point game here. Oh, maybe am I tripping? Okay, man. This playback kinda got me a little messed up, man. It's feeding me the wrong scores, dog. Atlanta got a 2 point lead, bro. I'm tripping. So 43-45. I'm just gonna follow the broadcast. That playback kind of tripping. So early on here, no points from Jalen nor Ricochet, but Onyeka has picked up the slack for his guys. 8 of 11 from the field, 2 of 5 from three, 18 points overall. Uh, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. Great stuff. Great stuff. But I want to go back to Ricochet and Jalen just because they haven't. Oh, well, Jalen scored, just not from the field. 4 points from the free throw line. So Ricochet has yet to record a field goal or any points, but Ricochet also has a block and a steal. I know it's not, crazy numbers, but it's impactful. He is out there moving his feet on defense, got his hands up, making shots difficult for the guys. So Ricochet's done pretty good. Just hasn't quite cracked the scoring column yet. So good stuff from Ricochet, good stuff from Jalen. Although it's not quite been a normal Jalen game, but 4 points, 6 rebounds, and an assist. So he's on his way. He's on his way. Like I said, 41 points last night for Jalen, um, 14 boards, 7 assists. So he had a monster game last night. So kind of will be easy on Jalen. Expect him to kind of maybe play a little less and maybe not contribute as much, but definitely expect him to be a factor out there. But on Yeka picking up the slack, like I said, 8 of 11, 2 of 5 from three, 18 points. Nikhil also playing well, just not shooting the greatest. Him and Dyson are both shooting 3 of 7 from the field. Nikhil has hit 2 of 4 from three. He has 8 points. Dyson has 6 points. Dyson has six, 4, and 3 to go along with no steals. He does not have a steal recorded yet, but Nikhil does. Um, so great stuff from them both. Dyson has been active on defense. Not saying he hasn't. Just hasn't quite recorded that famous steal. I need to get me another water already. Golly. All right. So we're back to action, but there we go. Oh well, the NBA app was tripping in, so it is a 3 point lead now for the Pistons. So 45-48. We got a foul here on Jay Nivey. Hawks should be close to the bonus here. So Atlanta is sitting at 7 of 19 this quarter, and Detroit is 10 of 21. So they have three more makes and two more attempts. Nikhil inbounds to Dyson. Jalen hits Dyson. Dyson gets the nice little push shot up, but can't get it to go. Good stuff. As Atlanta's defense is staying impactful. So Kongwu finds Dyson, redemption. As Dyson knocks down that runner there, 47-48. Dyson sitting at 8 points, 4-9 from the field. So 60 seconds to go here in the first half, I should say. Good rotation. Jay Nivey gets it up, can't get it to go. Jalen tips it to Onyeka. Onyeka finds Ricochet. That was a good steal. That was a good steal. He picked Ricochet pretty easily there. Man, Ricochet had that lane though. He did have it. He had Cade on that. If he would have, oh yeah, good stuff. Redemption. So Ricochet finally records his first point. Dyson fouls Cade there. They got a foul to give. They got 28 seconds on the game clock, 20 on the shot clock. So it's a little bit of an 8-second difference. So Veet checks in for Dyson. Dyson looking a little gassed. Like I said, to be expected, man. And Dyson picked up a foul there, so don't want him to go too many. Cade can't get that three. That Jalen gets the rebound. See if Atlanta can get this lead as Jalen is working on his clutch moments here. He hung up there for a little bit, but can't get it to go. Didn't quite get the because if Jalen makes any more contact, they're probably gonna call that an offensive foul. So it's the best shot they could get, and not mad at it. So Atlanta trails by 1 point. So a great start for Atlanta coming off this back to back. Hasn't been the usual game for some of our guys, but Onyeka Okongwu is holding it down for him. 8 of 11, 2 of 5 hasn't changed too much since I went over it, but he has 18 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 2 blocks. He's having himself a game. So Onyeka holding it down. He's a big reason Atlanta's only trailing by 1. Um, Not to say the other guys aren't reasons, but offensively, he is a big reason. Defensively, Atlanta has played really, really, really good. It's like they didn't have a game yesterday, forcing Detroit to turn the ball over, forcing Detroit into shots they don't necessarily want. But sometimes Detroit has got exactly what they wanted. Um, so when Atlanta's defense isn't looking really good, they're looking like Swiss cheese, especially in transition. Transition, the matchup right now is 13-3. So Atlanta definitely needs to make that a point of emphasis over this halftime break. Make sure Detroit does not take advantage of the missed shots, really, because Atlanta's doing a good job at not turning the ball over. They only have 5 turnovers in the game. And if I'm correct, they only had like 3 in the first quarter, 2 in the second quarter. So doing a great job at ball security. But the thing is, they're just missing shots. And when they are missing shots, they are just allowing Detroit to kind of get out on the break fairly easily. A lot of Atlanta's missed shots are long rebounds. You know, you have two or three people trying to crash the paint, and then Detroit's getting back on the other end, with numbers. So Atlanta just has to make shots. So if their percentage from the field and 3-point goes up, I kind of expect Detroit not to be able to run out on the break. But with Atlanta causing 13 turnovers and 8 steals, I'm definitely interested to see why Atlanta isn't performing that great in transition. They only have 3 points. So they've forced Detroit to turn the ball over a very high amount here in this first half. 13 in the first half, that's a pretty good number. So, but in the kind of auxiliary um, stats, points in the paint, second chance points, and fast break, Atlanta is losing all three. Points in the paint, 26-30. But um, they did highlight at the beginning of this game that Detroit is number one in points in the paint in the NBA so far in this early season. So they're sitting at 30 points. Shit, my fault. They're sitting at 30 points right now compared to Atlanta's 26. So Atlanta doing a pretty good job. They were kind of winning that matchup, but Detroit kind of came back, got some easy transition opportunities, and got themselves a 1 point lead. So second chance points too. Atlanta's almost losing that by double. It's 7-13. You would like to see Atlanta kind of get back on top of that. So they are losing the rebounding battle 20-37 already. So Detroit is one of the better rebounding teams in the league. And I would say Atlanta's kind of average. I'm not saying they're bad, but they are just a little in the rebounding category. I think it definitely isn't helpful that they're missing their 7-3 center, Kristaps. I'm not saying he's a rebounding enforcer, but he does. I mean, when you're 7-3, you can obviously, it's a little easier to grab those rebounds. So, with the halftime break underway, we got a little over 10 minutes to go. So, I am going to hit the restroom, grab me a water, and we'll be right back, y'all. We will be right back. Just finna hit the restroom, all that good stuff. We will be right back before the second half continues. But y'all, get yourself something to drink, get yourself comfy, and lock into this second half with me 1 second. Alrighty, y'all. We are back. We are back preparing for the second half. Oh man. So here we go, y'all. Atlanta is trailing by one, fighting the good fight. But off the this is the second night of a back to back. I expect them to be a little sluggish, but it ain't nothing. So like I said, Jalen Johnson was up for the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, but Jalen Brunson went away with it. All right, man. Let's get back to it. So we probably got about 6 minutes left. So Onyeka having himself a game here. 18 points, 8 of 11 from the field, 2 of 5 from three, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. So, oh, excuse me. Donovan Mitchell won the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. No, I think that's old. I think that's old. So hopefully Luke or Veek can catch flame. We need somebody off the bench. Atlanta definitely needs somebody off the bench. The guys are tired. The starting five is a little drained. Each of them played 40 minutes except Ricochet. So hopefully Ricochet can find his shot. He missed his first two. Kind of got ripped there by Cade kind of late in the second quarter. But he got his lick back, got his first field goal under his belt. So hopefully he can catch flame. I want to see Asa Newell, but I don't know, man. We haven't seen him so far. I don't know if we're gonna get an Asa Newell appearance. But other than that, it's been all right, man. It has been all right. The Hawks are facing off against the East number one team in the Detroit Pistons. So gotta gotta hope they can continue putting in work on defense as Jalen Duren has been the only one really to find his shot. He has 14 points on 6 of 8 from the field. So Dennis Jenkins, I don't know if I'm mispronouncing his name, but he is 1 for 7 from the field. Cade is 2 for 6. Karras has been a bright spot for Detroit off the bench, 3 of 5 from the field. He has 10 points. But other than that, Dyson's doing a pretty good job on Cade. Cade only has 6 points, 5 assists. So I know somebody put some bet on Cade. If it doesn't hit, I'm sorry, but I'm not hoping it hits. Can't lie to you. I'm not even lie. I hope he does not get anywhere close. Snow Manny, I apologize. But Hawks are doing pretty good on defense. Detroit missing one of their shooters and Duncan Robinson, but their three ball hasn't fallen either. They're only shooting 26%. So Atlanta is I guess they're a good team against the three ball this year. As last year, they were getting lit up. They were one of the worst teams defending the three, but Atlanta has turned it around, and now they're one of the best. So the Atlanta's shooting 6 of 20 to come out to 30% from the three-point line. So that's, kind of around their average. I think they averaged around 34, 33% on the season so far per game shooting from the arc. So good stuff from Atlanta. I don't know if you missed it, but Trey Young did get reevaluated this past Saturday, and Atlanta gave us an update. They said his rehab is going well, and they expect him to get reevaluated in another 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from last Saturday is when we'll get an update on Trey Young's right MCL sprain, and we'll get a better timeline of his return. So As action resumes, Detroit has the ball. Dyson is checked up against Cade. Leaves Tobias Harris on the wing, and we'll take that. He with us. So Atlanta has numbers. It's for there we go. Onyeka can't get it to go from the corner to start Atlanta's offense off. So Tobias gets switched on Onyeka. Mm, nope, that foul was offensive. It wasn't even a foul, but that was offensive. That's an offensive 3 in the key. Another turnover for Detroit. Keep racking them up as they sit at 14 already. So 2 turnovers this second half. Jalen finds Onyeka. Onyeka gets the that boy gets the hook shot to go. So Onyeka has 20 points here in the early in the 3rd quarter. Good stuff by Ricochet falling over, affecting that lob. Jalen brings it up, bypassing Cade, and throws it down for the jam. We've been waiting on it. And there it is. Air Force One takes off and finishes the play. Detroit rotates the ball, and Tobias misses the mark pretty badly as Dyson brings it up for Atlanta. Doesn't have really too many numbers. Just finds Jalen. Jalen pulls up. Jalen back at it. Let's go 55-50. So it's been a 6-point turnaround here for Atlanta as Detroit is yet to score. And Cade just focused on that double team. Loses control right there. Just lets the dribble hit his foot. So another turnover for Detroit as that brings their total to 16, I believe, as Bob Rathbun just mentioned. As Onyeka thought about it. So Hawks on an 8-0 run here in the last 2 minutes and 44 seconds, but they are hit with a turnover of their own. They said Nikhil just lost control of it. I definitely thought that was deflected out of his hand. Dyson's being up Cade. Cade gets the easy little mid-range jumper to go. So Cade got 8. Oh, good stuff. Ricochet takes it right back. Let's go, Ricochet. Bully ball right there. Let's go. As Tobias attacks, doesn't find anything, and then his defense real active. Cade struggling to find something against Dyson. Oh, yeah. Oh, Dyson gets a hand on it, swipes it away from Jalen Duren, finds Jalen Johnson on the break. Jalen finds Ricochet. Ricochet just a little, a little lax right there. As Cade finds Jenkins on the wing. Oh, yeah, good stuff. As Dyson is active. Dyson is active. He gets the steal on Duren, but Hawks can't quite convert on that steal. 8:47 to go. Detroit has 16 seconds left on the shot clock. So Cade is the inbound man, finds Jalen Duren. Nikhil D's up against him. Oh, that was where he got shoved in the back. Oh, and that's the foul you're gonna call? That is crazy work. Nikhil gets shoved in the back by Jalen Duren. Nikhil has been getting beat up over these last 7 to 8 games. I cannot lie to you. I know he's been, kind of been grabbing this. He's been grabbing his chest. So hopefully Nikhil is all right. I know it's a little wear and tear, but he did take an elbow from Cade too. So Tobias knocks down both of those at the line. So Jalen is the trigger man for Atlanta here. He's guarded by Thompson, and Thompson's defense is just yeah, makes sense. So Atlanta, they come out strong there, go on a little 8-0 run, but Detroit answers back 56-57 as they go on a little run themselves to cut the lead back to 1 point. So 8:25 here in the battle of the East top teams. Atlanta is holding on to a 1 point lead. Came out this second half pretty strong. Forced Detroit into some kind of more so silly turnovers. It was really more so Detroit just not playing good. It wasn't much of Atlanta pressuring them on defense at first, um, but then Atlanta kind of picked up the intensity, or was, or kind of had to pick up the intensity there and kind of affect Detroit. But Detroit has found a way though. So they responded to Atlanta's 8-0 run and went on a little 6-0 run themselves. So this lead has changed 18 times. Expect that to probably continue as kind of check out the team stats. Atlanta is definitely losing this rebounding battle tonight. It's 22-38 so far. Don't expect that to kind of swing too heavily Atlanta's way, but hopefully Atlanta can just start hitting shots. Both teams are in the 20% from the 3 point line. Atlanta is 28.6 and Detroit is 23.5. So both teams haven't found the three, which kind of makes sense. I don't know how well Detroit is shooting from three, but I know Atlanta is shooting around 34%. So, you know, you kind of want to see them shoot at least around 40 throughout the game and then drop down to maybe 30 something percent. So I know every game is not going to be a heater from three, but Atlanta is definitely searching for somebody to kind of step up and be consistent. Onyeka is one of them. He is what, like 2 of 5 from three, 2 of 6 from three. So he's attempted it. Nikhil has attempted it, but Nikhil and Onyeka are the only starters to find the range. And Luke and Veet are the only bench guys to find the range. So definitely has to change for Atlanta. Guys haven't been too shy to shoot it, but it just hasn't quite gone in for Atlanta. So hopefully that changes. And as they are showcasing Jalen's night last night, he had 41 on 10 of 21 from the field, 4 of 8 from three, 17 of 22 from the line in 45 minutes. Him and Onyeka both played heavy minutes. So Detroit kind of forcing Dyson to be the trigger man. As Dyson finds Onyeka at the 3 line. Jalen attacking, finds Onyeka. Could have probably been a foul on Cade there. Dyson picks Tobias Harris's pocket as he tries to get the fast break going. Dyson spins, gets the lay. Oh man, he was right there. That was such a nice move. Can't get it to go though. 57-56. Cade brings it up for Detroit. Jenkins in the corner. He with us. Dang it. Long rebound finds Detroit. Detroit puts it up. Another long rebound goes right back to Detroit. Hmm. So that's 3 chances for Detroit. Third time's a charm. So come on, Ricochet. Good stuff as Nikhil attacks the defender and then puts up the nice mid-range jumper, which he is perfected. Good stuff. Hawks on the break. Nikhil spins, finds Ricochet in the corner. He is short. Ricochet is unable to find his shot right now. Tobias knocks it down. So Atlanta trails by 2 now. Tobias Harris, 2 of 10, so kinda will keep let him shoot. Jalen can't answer, and Detroit comes away with the rebound. Onyeka matched up on Cade. Skip pass to Thompson. Thompson against Ricochet. Ricochet, nice job of moving his feet. Good stuff. Great stuff from Jalen there to fight for that rebound. Ricochet handles it for Atlanta. And one! Come on now. Let's go, Jalen. As Jalen powers through K's defense, and it's the and one opportunity. There we go. Jalen just power through, man. He can't guard you, brother. He can't guard you, bro. But yeah, man, I want to see Ricochet be a little more aggressive. I would like to see Ricochet be a little more aggressive as he checks out for V. I want to see Ricochet try to, excuse me, Luke Kennard checks in and Mo checks in for Onyeka. I want to see Ricochet kind of hunt his shot a little more. He doesn't necessarily have to hunt threes, but definitely want to see him get into the paint, get that nice little turnaround going. I know he has a nice touch around the rim, so I want to see Ricochet showcase that for sure. So, like I said, Atlanta getting their rotations in a little early here in the second quarter or second half, I should say. As Tobias gets to the rim, smokes it. Jalen fighting for it, but Jalen Duran ends up with it and puts it in right over Moge. Come on, Dyson. It's a warm up jumper. It's all good. At least he shot it. So yeah, a lot of the shots for Atlanta are just short. A lot of guys might be tired. So yep, Dyson with another deflection there. As V is checking in. But man, if Atlanta can gather some defensive rebounds, this game will be wraps. As Detroit hasn't yet to find their offense. Dyson gets in front of that pass there, gets the steal. Hawks on the break. Jalen's on the wing, sizing up Isaiah Stewart. There we go. Luke finds Mo. Mo finds Dyson. Dyson can't get it to go. Tough. 62-63. Dyson might just be a little tired, man. He might just be a little tired. As Jalen's finding Isaiah Stewart there. Oh, snap. Jalen for 3. Dyson got 4 steals. Jalen knocks down his first 3 to give him 14 points. I think Dyson got stepped on and lost his shoe there. I was a little worried though. Oh yeah, in and out. Jalen Duran, Jalen Johnson affecting that one on defense. Jalen corrals it. Oh, look at that 3-point shot. All right, man. Let's get it together, Atlanta. We gotta get this. Jalen from range can't quite get it to go. That was a little heat check. So Atlanta up by 2. 7 of 25 from the 3-point line, and Detroit is right behind them, 5 of 20. Yep. Detroit got the mismatch with Jalen Duren and Veet, and couldn't quite do nothing. They couldn't poke the ball away or nothing. So, strategy for other teams. Jalen for 3. Let's go. Jalen in his bag right now. 17 points, 2 of 5 from the three-point line, and he saves Atlanta's possession right there, 68-65. JJ is really him. He is him. So Isaiah's story kind of falls on Jalen. So we might have a coach's challenge here. Let's see. So we got a timeout. As Jalen says he gets that block pretty cleanly there. Atlanta's sitting with a 3-point lead. Like I said, be prepared for Jalen Johnson. 17 points, 10 rebounds already. So he has claimed that double double. Triple double might be on the way. You never know. It's a whole quarter to play. But other than that, Dyson Daniels has kind of struggled on offense, but he's gotten good looks, man. He just might be a little tired. Hasn't gotten his usual shots to fall. If he was hitting that push shot, if he was about 7 for 12, I think he would help push this lead. But on defense, he has 4 steals. So what he isn't able to make up on offense, he is contributing on defense. 4 steals. Excellent job on Cade Cunningham tonight, man. Excellent job, bro. It's a masterclass. 3 of 8. Cade has 8 points, 6 assists, and Cade himself has 5 steals. But that's to, kind of Atlanta's credit, kind of being a little sloppy with their offensive possessions, but it's the second night of a double overtime game, the second night of a back-to-back, excuse me. And last night, they played a double overtime game. A lot of players played 40 plus minutes. So, like I said before game, expect Atlanta to be a little tired. Expect these guys to be a little, not themselves. So it's kind of expected, but a slow start for some guys. But Yeka said, "There ain't no problem for me, man. There ain't no problem." 20 points. He's easily leading the Hawks. He was definitely a big factor there in the first half for Atlanta. He had 18 points in the first half. So, excuse me. But other than the starting five, I would say Luke has done a great job coming in, trying to establish himself as not only a shooter, but some sort of facilitator on the offensive end for Atlanta. He also is, contributing on defense. Him and Veet both have 1 steal. So they are doing pretty well. So Jalen did make clean contact, but I guess he fouled on the follow through. So Thompson goes to the line for 2. Thompson rolled on Jalen's ankle. So, it's a little scary. Yeah, we can't have JJ hurt. Well, damn. That minutes off the floor, bro. God damn. You got rolled up on Keen Waller's Achilles. Control yourself, bro. So Atlanta with a 1 point lead, 68-67. Because Detroit is just flying off the handle right now. So Yeka is in for got away with a little hip check, can't lie. Oh, mm, he tried to save it from going out, but can't really save it. Ron Holland, he ain't making that. Yeah, he was too open on that. As soon as he looked down, I knew he was finna miss that. Luke Kennard gets the good look, finds Onyeka over there, wide open. Onyeka's short. Yeah, Atlanta's just short right now. Wow, a lot of contact, but that's a no call. So Atlanta's just tired, man. You can kind of tell. Can kind of tell. So hopefully they can get something to go here. Another turnover for Atlanta. Ooh, buddy. So Detroit fighting, fighting their way. They have a 1 point lead now. So turnovers are almost even. Atlanta's sitting at 6. Detroit is sitting at 9. Mm, Atlanta does need a backup three. Jesus. How is there no foul there? All right. So Atlanta down by 4. 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. This lineup of three guards has plagued the Hawks once more. As Luke finds Onyeka, Luke attacks and just bullied off the ball by Cade. Cade finds Karras. Karras finds the bucket. What was a 1 point deficit is now 6. 3 seconds. I just don't get it, man. In a game where you're getting murdered on the boards, why wouldn't you have Ace Newell play? I'm not quite sure I understand that process, man. I don't get it. I definitely believe Ace Newell would definitely have a bigger and better impact on the game than the lineup that's thrown out with Keaton, Veet, and Luke Kennard. And I'm gonna say it again. Those three players individually, I like those three players individually, but I don't think Quinn does them any type of doesn't do them any disservice, or he's doing them a disservice by playing them all three together. So I don't know. It just doesn't make sense, man. There's a lineup that gets killed defensively and offensively. They sometimes have zero rhythm. So, and I think they and if they're gonna play through Onyeka, then they have to recognize that they're playing through Onyeka. And when they try to find their own shot, it just is more ISO ball than anything. And the half court offense does not look great. It has to be Jalen on or Onyeka or somebody, or like even themselves bailing them out. And when V is on the floor, he has to be a shooter. He has to be. He cannot not contribute. That can't be the case for V Krejci. He needs to be a shooter. Like, I don't get it. I don't know, man. Even though Ricochet hasn't found a shot offensively, defensively, he impacts the game too. So I just don't get why they oh man, and they got Jalen back out there. I don't know, man. That was really I don't know. I'm pretty nervous. I don't know. I'm pretty nervous. They taped up they said it was his left knee that got rolled up on, but and one Jalen and one. So he seems to be all right. Oh yeah, and one. So Jalen checks in and instantly helps out Atlanta as he gets two. He's gonna attempt that free throw right now. And knocks down that free throw opportunity. So Atlanta now down by 3. Oh, yeah, falls in. Thank God he missed everything on that one. Whew, shot clock violation. I don't know if they go like that or they get I don't know. Either way, y'all get the idea. Oh my God, finally. Okay, I can breathe now. Ricochet checked in. Whew. No, he checked out. He checked in for Dyson. No. We'll see how this lineup goes, though. We'll see how this lineup goes. As Jalen works his way in there, finds Ricochet in the corner. Come on, Ricochet. Damn, just short. Just can't find the shot. So the scorecard on the broadcast has been tripping. It hasn't shown up since the start of the fourth. It's got me slacking, man. 76-71 as Ricochet picks up a foul. Ugh. Damn, bro. Ricochet 2 of 7. Shot look all right, though, just short. Everybody's shooting short right now. Onyeka, he's kind of lost his magic from three. Jalen he's kind of found it. So hopefully Jalen Johnson can kind of pick it up. But Atlanta trailing here. Atlanta down by 5, 71-76 as we finally get the scorecard back. Oh, what? So Tobias going to the line. Atlanta down by 5, 10 minutes to go here. So Dyson catching his breath on the bench. Luckily for Atlanta, nobody finds himself in foul trouble. Um, Everybody except Nikhil on the starting five has 2 fouls, and V is the lone Hawks player on the bench who has a foul. So Atlanta's done a good job in not fouling tonight. So 78-71 is Cade catches his breath on the bench, and Onyeka hits the bench for Mo. Nikhil is right over Jenkins for that bucket. 12 points for Nikhil. So hopefully the rest of the Hawks can kind of follow suit right here. We need them to step up on defense and get some translate some stops. Oh my God. SV went flying, bro. V finds. Oh, so good job by Jalen staying with the play. Isaiah Stewart swats that attempt away. So Jalen going to the line for two. I knew it. So Jalen misses that first one. Ain't no problem. So Atlanta kind of looking a little fatigued. Fatigue is showing. 73-78. Jalen knocks down the second one. 21 for Jalen. 6 of 12 from the field. Here we go, man. Here we go. Good stuff by good help by Mo as Ricochet initially got there, and then Mo just helps seal that block. That's tough. Good rebound. Jalen tries to get it to go. Can't fight through the contact there. The late foul call on Nikhil as Ron Holland drives. Nikhil picks up his first foul there. I guess they called it on the. I guess Nikhil had his hands on his waist or hip there when he jumped. But so Ron Holland knocks it down, pushes the lead to 5 as Keaton checks in. I don't know who Keaton got, but Dyson's checking in as well. Maybe. Maybe I was tripping. I don't know who Keaton got. Maybe Keaton got V. Like I said, man, those Luke, V, and Keaton, I like those 3 players individually, but when they're on the floor together, it's just a tough watch. I can't lie to you. Damn, Keaton got Ricochet. Not a fan of that. Nikhil Alexander Walker for 3. It's too easy. That's just too easy. Nikhil killing Ron Holland right now. So Nikhil stepping up in a big way. 17 points. Tobias Can't get it to go. Nikhil corrals the rebound, pushes the break, finds Jalen. Jalen attacking. Cut off there by Tobias. Nikhil setting the screen. Doesn't get a switch. Nikhil for three. Let's go, Kill. Let's go. Let's go, Kill. Ties it up. 7 minutes to go. 20 points from Nikhil Alexander Walker. Nikhil has been amazing as Cade misses the float. Let's go. Let's go, Atlanta. Let's go. Dyson attacking. And one. And one. Let's go. Who said Dyson ain't got no bag, bruh? Let's go. Keaton finds Dyson on that cut, and Dyson just powering through that weak ass attempt at defense. Let's go. Come on, man. You can't do that, Jenkins. You gotta play better D than that, brother. Come on now. Come on now, bro. Come on. So Atlanta has fought back and found themselves the lead. So Atlanta up by two, thanks to Jalen Johnson and Dyson Daniels and Nikhil Alexander Walker. Nikhil Alexander Walker has easily been Atlanta's second best player for sure. Nikhil has 20 points, 8 of 13, um, 2 steals, some huge threes here late in the game. Just excellent play from Nikhil. Man, what a game. What a game. So personally, I hope as Keaton has, helped out. Hope Ricochet checks back in the game. I can't lie, that's my one wish. I wanna see Ricochet close these games out. He needs to have these moments. So 6:45 left. We Somebody spilled their drink. They kinda messing up though. They playing some Ti. They kinda messing up. They messing up. They playing a hometown team's track right now. That should be a no-no. Alright, y'all. Let's see. Nikhil stepping up in a big way. Dyson said, "Let me get on in on this action." So job's not done yet, man. We learned yesterday. You gotta play till the final buzzer, dog. Gotta play till the final buzzer. So as Atlanta holds on to a 2-point lead thanks to a big effort from Nikhil. He went on a little run himself for Atlanta. Oh, Dyson misses. Onyeka would have looked at the basket. He probably could have got that easy putback. Nikhil with the snatch back. Ooh, that would have been so clean. So Dyson misses the and one opportunity, and then it gets a second chance at it. They can't convert. So Dyson up on Cade here. Dyson's had a great game playing against Cade. Tough shot over Keen Wallace. Man, I wish there was a 6'9", 6'10" small forward who can make shots like that damn near impossible because he plays just as well on defense. If only we had that. As Jalen gets that drive to go. If only Atlanta had drafted somebody at number 1 who's 6'10", who can pretty much shut down anybody on defense. That's crazy. Uh, if only they had that on the bench. Good stuff. Jalen for 3! Let's go. Hey, you got your answer right there. Jalen got 3 more points right there. 26 points for Jalen. Tobias Harris trying to get something to go for Detroit. Cash out as Jenkins gets it up, can't get it to go. Long, long rebound. Tobias Harris gives his try. Oh my God. Jenkins gets the rebound. Oh my God, bro. Quinn Snyder put Ricochet in the game, bro. He's 6'10, bro. He is 6'10, bro. He's 6'10. He's 6'10, bro. He is literally 6'10. Thompson with a wonderful block here. 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go. As Jenkins is attacking, Duran gathers it. Bruh, Coach Quinn, please put Ricochet back in here, bruh. Keaton closing this game out is not my favorite. That's no diss to Keaton, but nah, Tobias Harris don't need no free throws. The Keels floater was a little long there. He might have been anticipating a little bit of a more aggressive defense there as Jenkins attacks, gives it to Thompson. Jalen Duren gets it to go. Yeah, he's making them from the free throw line, but his shooting percentage not that great. As Jalen Duren gets the 3-point play opportunity. Bruh, please, dear God, bro, I hate these lineups, bro. Man, it's just tough, bro. I would just prefer they close out with the starters and that you get what you get, bro. I hate not seeing Ricochet out there unless he's like hurt or something. Nah, bro, like it's ridiculous. It's getting to the point where like bench guys are getting more minutes than Ricochet. It's getting to the point where nah, bro. He literally helped close out the Cavs game. Like literally hit a, a go ahead three. So it's getting ridiculous at this point that he's like pulled. Ah man, it's just frustrating. That's frustrating. Ricochet not getting minutes here in the crunch time is just ridiculous, man. That's the number one pick, bro. And not just off number one pick, bro. Like he is not that bad, bro. And they treat him like he's garbage, bro. V is 1 for 4, bro, with a -5. Ricochet's plus minus is 8, and V only has 5 less minutes. Now I get Moge is a totally different position, but Moge has more minutes than Ricochet. That's ridiculous. Moge is 0 of 3. Zach and Mo have literally the same amount of steals, the same stats, bro. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous the amount of slack Ricochet like his room for error is so small. It's insane. And I don't know if they're trying to do that to like kind of mold him to be like phenomenal, but oh my God, you don't do it this way. You are stunting this man's growth. So tough, 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 tough. But control what you can control. Oh my God. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. So you're gonna I don't get it, man. It's no dig at Keaton Wallace, man. I like Keaton. He's a really good for his role. He's really good, but I think he's might be playing a little bit outside his role right now, and that isn't to his fault. It's the coaching staff. They see something that maybe I don't see, and I don't get it. So Jalen Duren knocks down that free throw, and Jalen Johnson is looking to initiate offense here late in the game for Atlanta. Ooh, mixed up, short. Dyson fought for it, but Cade and Thompson come away with this. A tie game. 3:30 left. It's Cade driving, bucket. Yep. They just let him get to a shot. Cade knocks down his 12th point, and Atlanta's down by two. It's been a pretty back and forth game here so far. Atlanta's looking for something. So Karis LeVert gets that nice little Euro. Kind of used to that. So we've seen him kind of put away Memphis with that one while he played for Atlanta. These closing rotations are quite disgusting, if I'm being honest. If I'm being quite honest, man, Ricochet is a positive on defense, dog. So why is he on the bench right now, bro? It's just disgusting work. I guess that's gonna be my rant for the rest of this game because I already see the writing on the wall, man. Atlanta is down by 5. Yeah, it's over with. It was a good fight, but 237. Yeah, unless they hit some good shots right here. Detroit on an 11-0 run right here. Way to get a stop. Jalen for 3. So Jalen keeping Atlanta alive. Jalen finds Nikhil for 3. Hey, I was a little negative. I'm sorry, y'all. It's 95-95. I can't lie. But Jalen and Nikhil stepping up in a huge way for Atlanta. Back to back threes. Jalen has 29 points. Nikhil has 23. Good stuff. That's Cunningham. 16 points. Gets that nice little pull up right over Dyson. Got 45 seconds to go. 2-point game. Come on, Dyson. Onyeka. Ooh, we almost hit it. 28 seconds. Atlanta has to get a foul. I mean, excuse me, they have to get a steal. They have to get a steal. Wow. What a finish by Cade. What a finish. Is Jalen and Dyson kinda gamble for that steal? So Jalen and Nikhil fought their ass off, man. They fought their tail off tonight. But I don't know, man. Quinn Snyder really just shot this team in the foot, man. Why, man? Look, man. Nothing personal against Keenan Wallace, but dog, why is he closing out the game, bro? You got a 6'10" wing on the bench. It's just been quite disgusting, if you ask me. Quinn Snyder definitely has to do a better job. The game Ricochet has closed out. Um, Atlanta walked away with a dub, bro. And it's disgusting that he doesn't close these games out. And if they had a 6'10" wing down there on the help side, probably would have benefited that play to help K not drive. But what do I know? I'm just a fan. So 95-99, Atlanta trying to fight on this nice little back-to-back effort. Nikhil can't get it to go. It's a great fight from Atlanta on hell of a game last night against Philly. And tonight they just fall short, 95-99. Um, to be honest, from my perspective, this game wasn't on the players' effort, but it was on the coaching staff's rotation. So I think Atlanta's players played themselves into the game, but I think the coach coached them out of it. I'm being quite honest. Um, the three guard lineup of Nikhil, or I mean, excuse me, the three guard lineup of Luke, Krejci, and Wallace, just disgusting. As Moge comes in, it's a 4-point game. Yeah, like I said, it's just like those minutes are just disgusting. Um, Unfortunately, V has kind of lost his heat from three, so he's 1 for 4 this game. It's kind of not been the greatest from the 3-point line these past few games. Luke Kennard hasn't quite given the Hawks exactly what Luke Kennard was expected to give them shooting wise, as Nikhil gets the three to go. It's 1 point game with 1 second to go. Atlanta has a timeout. So JB Bickerstaff calls a timeout. It's a 1 point game here. Nikhil knocks down that three. It's never too late. So Nikhil and Jalen, like I said, just fighting. And Onyeka, he just played 47 minutes last night, man. I can't. It is what it is, man. He had 20 points. So I'm sure, they used that, some of that third quarter and a lot of that fourth to give him a much needed break, a much needed break. So, hey, man, Onyeka was, he fought that first half. He was very, very responsible for Atlanta sticking around. He had 18 in that first half. He was hitting that three ball pretty consistently. I think he was, what, like 2 of 5 in the first half. But that second half, couldn't quite find that three. But Jalen and Nikhil kind of stepped up in a major way. So, So Atlanta down by 1. They've played a really good game, especially with the context of them coming off a back-to-back that went into double overtime. So Atlanta needs a steal immediately. What would work best right now would be a 5-second count. So if Atlanta can get a 5-second count, that be will be in work. Or if they get a steal right off rip or an inbound foul, if you can get Detroit to push somebody or something. That's game. So Atlanta falls by 1. So foul on Jalen. Jalen said, "Let's go home, bro. I'm tired." And the ref that looks like Malcolm Brogdon. Bro, doesn't he look like Malcolm Brogdon? He looks exactly like Malcolm Brogdon. So free throws here. So Hawks got point 4. I'm sure Detroit's gonna miss this last free throw, honestly. But yeah, man, Quinn Snyder's rotations tonight were a little bit disgusting. No Ace Newell. Um, he's kind of been featured, especially with no Porzingis, a night where Onyeka has played 47 minutes. Um, Heavily featured rotation of Moge, which I have no problem with. But the 3 guard rotation has to stop, Coach Quinn. Please stop torturing us. So low key, low key, I don't know what's gonna happen. So Jenkins should really miss this free throw, low key. Oh, it's Raps. Oh, it's Raps. Point one. Yeah, man. L Cuban, yeah, what you said, man. And that's bro, I'm saying no diss to Keaton, man. I'm a big fan of Keaton. I'm a big Keaton supporter. But Snyder has to do better, dog. He has to do better. Shea is literally the number 1 pick, bro. You cannot have him on the bench in closing time, bro. It's getting ridiculous. It is weird. It is definitely weird. I 100% agree with you. So literally point 1. It literally has to be right at the rim. If we win, oh my god. It literally has to be right at the rim. Close enough, man, close enough. So Atlanta falls to Detroit. It's a 1-point game. So, man, as L. Cuban has pointed out, Quinn Snyder's gotta do better, man. Imma honestly say this game probably wasn't on the players. Coaching really shot us in the foot. The lineup of Veet, Luke, and Keaton Wallace heavily featured in this game. They are a total of negative 26 together, and it's just ugly, honestly. I like those guys individually, but, when they're all 3 out there and they're making this, the 2 bigs kinda pick up the slack all defensively, it's just trouble for Atlanta, and that is I think you can point to the game where Atlanta probably could have run away if, Quinn maybe went to a different look, maybe Asa Newell, if he trusts Ricochet finally. But yeah, man, it's kinda getting ridiculous at this point. Um, Watching other guys kinda get those minutes over Ricochet. And I know Ricochet has to go out and earn them at some point, but Ricochet has to get minutes to prove. And like Quinn Snyder said it himself, on why Mo Gay isn't getting a lot of minutes. He's playing against at the time when he was asked the question, he was playing against the playing behind the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. So I know Ricochet hasn't quite given that performance yet, but still, man, I think Ricochet has earned those closing minutes for the Hawks. So that doesn't really make sense. I hope Ricochet starts to close. Like I said, the game against Cleveland, Ricochet closed, and I mean, look what happened. He hit that go ahead three, and Atlanta ended up winning the game. So I don't get it. But on the second night of a back to back, Atlanta puts up a really good fight, man. They lose by one to the East best team, Detroit Pistons. They lose by one, 99-98. So Atlanta falls to Detroit as they yeah, facts. If it wasn't a back to back, I think we definitely win. I think we definitely win for sure. And with Trey, I think we win. So you factor in some things, I think Atlanta walks away with a dub. So it's gonna be a good matchup here for Detroit against Atlanta. So I'm actually pretty confident as Detroit is the best team in the East. So if Atlanta puts up these type of efforts while they are kind of not at full strength, and we had no Porzingis too. So no Porzingis, obviously no Trey, and Coach Quinn was a little wonky with the rotation. So hopefully Coach Quinn gets it together and Atlanta can bounce back. But as for us in the open gym, we will be back. So we'll be back not tomorrow, but we will be back. We will be back. I'm gonna check out the next game before I sign off here. But I just want to say I greatly appreciate everybody that tapped in to whether you watched along and tapped in the chat, whatever you did, I greatly appreciate it. Um, if you are still here, just make sure to become a member, subscribe, follow, whichever platform you are on. We are on Playback, YouTube, and Twitch. But I just want to say I appreciate y'all. We are growing slowly but surely in the open gym over here. So next game for Atlanta is Wednesday at 7:30 against the Clippers. So Atlanta is back at home. We'll be hosting the Clippers. But El Cuban, I appreciate you greatly following through. Like I said, I agree. I appreciate everybody, and we're gonna sign off, man, because Coach Quinn kind of got me fucked up. I can't lie. So we're gonna run some 2K. So we'll be on Twitch and YouTube. But I greatly appreciate everybody. Y'all have a good night, and we will be back. And hopefully the Hawks can get back to the win column. So I'll see y'all on what is that? Wednesday? Wednesday, 7:30, y'all. Wednesday at 7:30 against the Los Angeles Clippers. So we'll be live for that, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll see y'all later. Appreciate everybody. Y'all have a great night. Best of luck to the Hawks. Hopefully they get some recovery, get some rest, and we'll see them Wednesday. So I'll catch y'all later. Y'all have a good night, and we'll be back in the open gym